Hey everybody, my name is Allan Wolf and I write books. And most of my books are filled with poetry, and April is National Poetry Month. Everybody say, yay, National Poetry Month! Yay, National Poetry Month! You got it? But I'm going to show you some of my poetry, I'm going to show you some of my books, but all you got to do right now is remember this. And there's a poem over here, a poem over there. There's a poem to keep a secret, a poem for you to share. There's a poem to share in public, a poem for you to share everywhere. There's a poem above my head, a poem beneath my feet. There's a poem that's really messy, a poem that's really neat. There's a poem that goes vroom, vroom, beep, beep, running down the street. Now, did you notice when I stopped and I went beep, beep, I was beeping my car horn, but my car horn's not there because it's invisible? Because I'm using my imagination. Everybody say, imagination. 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 You got it. Now this time I want you to use your imagination and honk my horn with me. Here we go. There's a car that goes vroom, vroom, beep, beep, running down the street. You got it. What if my car horn sounds like a dog? Here's a car that goes vroom, vroom, row, row, barking down the street. You got it. What if my car horn sounds like a cat? Here we go. The car that goes vroom, vroom, meow, meow, meowing down the street. You got it. Now, you're using your imagination just like poets do, and we're going to talk about poetry and imagination in one of my new books called Nobody Like a Book. Hey, that car was full of poets writing poetry. They were writing about you, writing about me. They were writing all the poetry that's everywhere for everyone to see. Here we go. Gimme, 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 gimme poetry. Y'all help me out with my gimmies. Here we go. Gimme, 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 gimme poetry. One more time. Really, really loud. Gimme, 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 gimme poetry. One more time. Really, really soft. Gimme, 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 gimme poetry. One more time. Really, really slow. Desposito. Gimme, 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 gimme what? Everybody say poetry. Poetry. That's right. Happy Poetry Month. Let's take a look at some of my books. Gimme, 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 gimme poetry. Hey, po folk and book buddies, it's Allan Wolf with one of my book buddies titled Nobody Like a Book. It tells the story of a book and a reader. And they have a relationship because the book has all the information, but the reader has all of the imagination. And you can't have one without the other. It doesn't work. The book buddy can actually tell you something before you even open it. The cover says a lot. It tells you you're going to see some airplanes and birds and animals and planets, and you're going to see, of course, a whole lot of books. And I bet you this girl is going to show up in the book at some point. Let's open it up, see what we find. So the cover of the book can speak to you and tell you what's inside. Once you open up the book, it says even more and it speaks even louder. This is the title page of Nobody Like a Book. It's called the title page because it's got the title, Nobody Like a Book, the author, Allan Wolf, the illustrator, the amazing Brianne Farley, and it also has the logo of the publisher of the book. That's Candlewick Press. We learn other things about the book coming up, some clues. Here's a kid who's listening to something, probably a book on tape. And we've got a girl who's reading a book with her hands, and there's a cane next to her. Those are some clues that tell you she may be blind. And this is, in the corner is, I love this little detail by Brianne Farley.
It's a game called Battleship. Give me a thumbs up if you've ever played Battleship. We learn important stuff from books. We learn to speak and think. That's the first 2 lines. It continues here. Port and starboard, port and starboard. Girl carrying a Titanic. What is going to happen? A girl carrying a Titanic. We learn why icebergs stay afloat and why Titanics sink. Check this out. Here comes the second stanza. We learn to play harmonica. We learn to bake and cook. We learn to read and write. There is nobody like a book. This is called a stanza. It has 4 lines. It has repetition. We learn, we learn, we learn. It also has rhyme. Look at the 2nd and the 4th lines. They end in cook and book. And cook and book rhyme. So we've got repetition, we've got rhyme, and we have a stanza. Look, there's some cupcakes, and she's holding her nose because there's a fish. But books are only smears of ink without the reader's mind to give the letters meaning and to read between the lines. There's more clues to what's gonna happen next. Putting the cupcakes in a balloon, the sky, and look, who's next to that stanza, looking up into the sky, looking at clouds that are in shapes of rockets and ships. So step aboard the Word Express. It's waiting at the station. But can you guess the address of your final destination? The greatest nation in the world, your own imagination. Everybody say, imagination, imagination. You got it. The greatest nation in the world, your own imagination. I hope that you can find a book to be your buddy and you use your imagination to listen to what the book has to say. And once you go looking for that buddy, your book, I hope maybe you'll choose this one. Nobody like a book.
Hey, Po Folk and Book Buddies, it's Allan Wolf with one of my favorite book buddies, The Day the Universe Exploded My Head, Poems to Take You into Space and Back Again, illustrated by the amazing Anna Raff, with words by moi, Allan Wolf. And I want to present a poem for you. Actually, I'm going to read it first, about this guy here, Galileo Galilei. Now, every time I say Galileo, that's his first name, I want you to say his last name, Galilei. Let's give it a shot. Galileo, Galilei, Galileo, Galilei, Galileo, Galilei. You got it. Now, Galileo Galilei is known as the father of astronomy, but this poem is called The Children of Astronomy. Check it out. And I noticed right off the bat that it is written in 4-line stanzas, and it's in rhyming couplets. That means that every 2 lines rhymes with the other, which gives it a certain romping rhythm. Check it out and listen. It goes like this. The stars are much too far away, said Galileo Galilei. I've built myself a telescope to see them closer up, I hope. He bowed his head as if to pray, and Galileo Galilei looked deep into his telescope and saw the moon and stars up close. So Galileo Galilei showed all the rest of us the way. The father of astronomy has lots and lots of company, like Tyson, Leavitt, Savin, Oort, Cassini, Brown and Bessel, Hawking, Halley, Hubble, Herschel, Messier and Mitchell, Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, Kepler, Kuiper, Ptolemy, Nicholas Copernicus, and finally, there's you and me. And now let's see what that poem looks like when it's performed by me with a little help from some of my Po Folk friends in the library. Go. Oh, Tyson, Levitt, Sagan, Ort, Cassini, Brown, and Bessel, Hawking, Haley, Hubble, Herschel, Messier, and Mitchell, Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, Kepler, Kuiper, Ptolemy, Nicholas Copernicus, and finally there's you
And me.
How about a little bit faster? Okay?
Okay.
Oh, Tyson, Levitt, Sagan, Ort, Cassini, Brown, and Bessel, Hawking, Haley, Hubble, Herschel, Messier, and Mitchell, Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, Kepler, Kuiper, Ptolemy, Nicholas Copernicus, and finally there's you
And me.
How about a little bit faster? Okay?
Okay.
Here we go. Oh, Tyson, Levitt, Sagan, Ort, Cassini, Brown, and Bessel, Hawking, Haley, Hubble, Herschel, Messier, and Mitchell, Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, Kepler, Kuiper, Ptolemy, Nicholas Copernicus, and finally there's you
And me.
Because he's and me's and she's and he's are children of astronomy who watch the starry nights away like Galileo Galilei. And scene. Gimme poetry one more time. Really, really slow. Desposito. Gimme what? Everybody say poetry. Poetry. That's right.